Well, as we take a look at that radar overlaid with some of our temperatures, notice that everywhere is finally above freezing as we're getting past that lunchtime hour here. So upper 30s, lower 40s in the River Valley, and we're finally getting up into those lower to middle 30s in northwest Arkansas. Most of that wintry precipitation that fell a little bit earlier during that morning is actually pushed off to the east. And we're actually seeing a little bit of clearing, especially in northwest Arkansas, western Benton County, maybe western Washington County. Starting to see a little bit of that clearing out there. So don't be surprised if you get to see a little bit of sunshine. I think that would probably be confined to northwest Arkansas. And then I think any wintry precipitation that we see over the next couple hours would probably be confined to some of that higher terrain, parts of the Ouachita Mountains. So maybe heads up Mount Magazine, maybe a few of those lingering snow flurries or snow pelts. Elsewhere, though, that's going to continue to push its way eastward. Now, you might be wondering, well, who did see some of that wintry precipitation? We did actually see a little bit of band of snow, maybe mixed with a little bit of sleet, set up just south of the Fayetteville area earlier this morning. And if you look at I-49 at the Winslow exit, this is exit 45 for your perspective out there. Kind of looks like a little wintry wonderland out there where some areas maybe picked up. It's kind of hard to tell, but it almost looks like maybe about a half an inch of snow out there. So some areas did see some of that wintry weather, but overall, most areas were fine for that morning commute. We're going to be fine as we work our way into the afternoon hours. It's still going to be cold nonetheless, so definitely bundle up out there as our temperatures fall off into the 30s. Again, wouldn't be surprised if we get to see a little bit of clearing in northwest Arkansas, but our temperatures are going to be holding out to those 30s this afternoon. The River Valley, the best we're going to be doing is lower 40s. I think we're going to be stuck with a few more clouds compared to northwest Arkansas, and those clouds are going to continue to move their way throughout the overnight hours as our temperatures slowly fall into those middle 30s. Now, what we can expect overnight tonight, we're going to be seeing another night where we dip below freezing in northwest Arkansas, and we'll end things right around 30 in the River Valley. So slightly colder, I think, than what we saw this morning, but overall, it's pretty typical for what we should be seeing for that first week of December under that mostly cloudy sky. Now, as we look ahead towards your Friday, we're probably going to be talking about that mostly cloudy sky, especially for the first half of the day on Friday. I do think we'll start to see that clearing as you work your way into the afternoon hours. At least we get warmer temperatures, middle 40s in northwest Arkansas, upper 40s in the River Valley. That'll kind of feel nice there to end the weekend. If you like those warmer temperatures, we're going to continue to see that heading into this weekend, but also next week, there's going to be a little bit of a signal for seeing some slightly warmer than average temperatures as well. This is our 6 to 10 day temperature outlook. You notice all that red, especially confined to the western half of the United States, with much of the cold here on the eastern half of the United States. And we're going to be kind of left with some of the warmer fringes. So likely going to be seeing high temperatures in the 50s, maybe even a couple 60s heading into next week. And it looks like the active pattern is going to actually stay a little bit to our north with a slightly better chances at seeing above normal precipitation in the northern half of the United States. Notice we're going to be trending drier into the southern half of the United States as we work our way into next week. So how's that pan out in that 7-day forecast? Well, yes, it's cold the next couple of days, 30s, 40s, but at least we warm up into those lower 50s there for Saturday. Sunday, we'll drop it a little bit there into those 40s, but look, by the time we get to Tuesday, Wednesday, we're going to be seeing those high temperatures back into the middle, maybe even upper 50s, and we're going to be maintaining that primarily dry forecast for northwest Arkansas. In the River Valley, a cold, kind of dreary day here for your Thursday afternoon. Once we get to Friday, we'll be seeing those highs into the upper 40s. Saturday probably looks to be maybe the pick day of the weekend as our high temperatures are going to be getting into the middle 50s in the afternoon. Looks like a mini cold front's going to move through late Saturday and the Sunday. Maybe just a slight chance, having about a 10% chance at maybe seeing a stray sprinkle out there. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we'll slowly start that warming trend and potentially 60 by next Wednesday.